Greetings, storyteller and seeker of wisdom. I am OSA-J, and today, I invite you to journey with me to a time long past, to a land where ancient tales are carried on the wind. Gather close and listen to the story of King Ogodo the Greedy. Long ago, in a kingdom called Udomi, where the earth shimmered red under the sun and mighty baobab trees stood like silent guardians, there ruled a king named Ogodo. His heart was darker than a moonless night. Ogodo wasn't born wicked, but with power came a hunger that knew no bounds for gold, for land, for anything that glittered. He taxed the farmers so heavily their children cried from hunger. He stole land from widows and even claimed the fish in the rivers belonged to him. The elders would whisper among themselves, "A king who eats alone cannot rule for long." But Ogodo, deafened by his own desires, never listened. One day, a wandering diviner, White the Seer, came to the palace. Bowing low, he warned the king, "Your Majesty, the spirits have spoken. Your greed has opened a path for your own destruction. If you do not change your ways, the very earth will swallow all that you have stolen." Ogodo threw his head back and roared with laughter. "Old man," he sneered, "even the spirits fear me. Leave now, before I decide to tax your shadow." Shaking his head in sorrow, White left the palace, whispering to the wind, "May wisdom find this land before death finds the king." Soon after, a rumor reached the king's ears: a secret cave, hidden deep within the forest of echoes, filled with jewels. This cave, the elders said, belonged to Ila, the Earth Mother, and was forbidden to mortals. But greed has no ears for warnings. Ogodo gathered his strongest warriors and marched into the forest. They found the cave, its walls shimmering with gold, diamonds, and stones that glowed like captured stars. Shoving his men aside, Ogodo rushed in, his eyes burning with an insatiable hunger. He filled baskets, chests, and even his own pockets until he could barely move. The cave remained eerily silent. A nervous warrior whispered, "Your Majesty, this place does not belong to men." Ogodo snapped back, "Silence. All wealth belongs to me." But as he stepped out, clutching his stolen treasure, the ground began to tremble. The trees swayed violently, and a low rumble echoed from deep within the earth. The warriors fled in terror, but Ogodo, clinging to his overflowing gold, refused to move. Then, with a thunderous roar, the earth cracked open right beneath his feet. The ground swallowed King Ogodo, his treasure, and his greed, pulling him into the darkness below. The crack sealed itself as if he had never been there. All that remained was his empty crown, which rolled silently onto the soil. With the greedy king gone, peace returned to the land of Udomi. The farmers harvested their crops with joy, the widows reclaimed their land, and the rivers flowed freely once more. The people took Ogodo's crown and placed it at the foot of a great baobab tree. Into the trunk, they carved these words for all to see: "He who gathers all for himself will one day have nothing." For generations, parents told this story to their children, and elders recited it under the moonlit sky. It became a timeless reminder for all who heard it, a piece of wisdom passed down through the ages. Greed builds a throne, but it cannot keep one. Thank you for listening. If this story has touched your spirit, please like, subscribe, and share it with others, so that these ancient lessons may continue to echo through time. I am OSA-J. Until we meet again, walk with wisdom.